What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another ranking. With the release of Halloween 2018, the newest Halloween movie directed by David Gordon Green, I'm going to give you guys my ranking of all 11 Halloween movies ranked worst to best. The Halloween franchise is one of the toughest franchises to get through. There's 11 movies in the franchise. Some of them are good, a lot of them are bad though. So I'll give you guys all of my opinions on these. I want to give you guys in-depth opinions on these, give you my thoughts. Before I get started, let me know your guys' rankings down below. What's your favorites, least favorites, thoughts on my list? Let's have a great discussion down below. Coming in at number 11 is the easiest pick ever, Halloween Resurrection. This came out in 2002. Horrible movie. This is one of the worst horror movies ever made. And all of these characters are really bad. It brought back Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. How dare they kill Laurie Strode in this movie? Such the worst decision I've ever seen in a horror film. And you have a bunch of teenage stock horror movie characters searching through Michael Myers' house. It's like an online internet series with Busta Rhymes doing kung fu on Michael Myers saying, "Trick or treat, motherfucker." Busta Rhymes in this movie is the worst casting possible. All these characters are really bad. It has a shitty final girl. And this movie sucks. Halloween Resurrection is the worst Halloween movie. Coming in at number 10 is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. This is a horrible movie. It is nothing but a forgettable story. All of these characters in the film are really atrocious. Like Jamie in this movie was mute for a good percentage of the movie. You watch nothing but... Who wants to watch that? Seriously. Michael Myers' mask looks atrocious. It looks like an alien jacked up on steroids and skinny as shit. Like, oh my god. I will say though, all the deaths in this movie are really gory. I like the laundry chute scene. That was a really good one. There's also a lot of farming equipment death scenes that Michael uses on some characters in a farm. That was pretty badass. And this movie, other than that, it just has great kills. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. I will never rewatch this film ever again. Coming in at number 9 is Rob Zombie's Halloween from 2007. This movie is horrible. Oh my god. It is a Rob Zombie movie like you've seen a bajillion times before. In this movie, it is a remake of John Carpenter's classic. It tries to rip off every single thing from that original and poorly executes it. And it tries to do something different with humanizing Michael Myers. You see his backstory and his family life is awful with a white trash family. The whole entire movie, it's just exactly like the original. Nothing new to it. It's a Rob Zombie movie, a bunch of swearing and cursing. And Michael Myers in this movie, Tyler Mann, he's a pretty good Michael Myers, but still he's just this big 9-foot tall Michael Myers that says nothing and is like a big troll monster. I didn't give a shit about Michael in this movie. I just didn't give a shit overall. Laurie Strode also really bad. This movie's just bad, man. Why would you watch this? Coming in at number 8 is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. This is exactly like Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, but just a tad pinch better. Because this movie doesn't feel normally like the Rob Zombie-isms. There's still a lot of swearing and cussing in it. But Michael in this one's 10 times more badass. But still, I don't like the way he gruffs like a wolf man. It's like a beast or something. I didn't like that. Didn't like the unicorn shit. And the deaths were the best part about it. And Laurie Strode is even worse in this movie. And Loomis is annoying as shit in this one. But Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I can't say nothing else about it. It's forgettable and it's trash, but just a tad bit better trash. Coming in at number 7 is Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. This is another praiseworthy film in the franchise. A lot of people find it underrated, and it's the beginning of the Thorn trilogy. I don't like the way they treated Laurie Strode, like, oh, she died in a car crash. Now we're gonna have her daughter, Jamie. Jamie, she's okay in this one. Danielle Harris, she's okay as Jamie Lloyd. I do like Rachel, though. I like Rachel as a final girl. She's a pretty underrated final girl in the series. Sam Loomis, he was pretty okay. Donald Pleasence is great as Sam Loomis as the character. I hated Michael Myers' mask in this one as well. Pretty stupid. Looks like a gothic... What the hell was that? William Shatner's uncle from this the 20th century. Like, what? And the deaths in this one were really forgettable, except for the electrician death. The one that he got was pretty cool. Other than that, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, just pretty forgettable movie. Coming in at number 6, this may be shocking, it's Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Halloween 6. I don't hate this one as much as a lot of people do. This one's watchable. I enjoyed it sometimes. I liked Paul Rudd as Tommy Doyle. Paul Rudd, he gives a lot of eye gestures a lot in the movie, but this is Paul Rudd's first major Hollywood role. And for this one, he's okay, but he's so entertaining to watch. I love the Michael Myers aspect of Curse of Michael Myers. Everything Michael's great. The mask, the kills, just the goriness of the Michael Myers character in this one was so much better than 4 and 5. And the deaths are really awesome. There's this asshole father character that gets what's coming to him in the basement. Other than that, the story's really bad. It explains a lot of cults and all that. There's a producer's cut that I didn't see yet. It's a huge mess. Like, all these different people wanted different movies. I didn't see the producer's cut yet. Maybe I'll watch it in the future to see if it's better, but the theatrical version, it's enjoyable at times. I didn't hate it. Alright, now we're getting to the top 5. Coming in at number 5 is Halloween 2, 1981. This is an okay sequel. It's not a bad movie. It's a good movie, but it could have been so much better than what it was. All the events that happened in the original pay to this one, where Laurie Strode, after Michael Myers seriously stabs her to death, in the hospital for 90% of the movie. That was the worst thing possible. I wanted Laurie to kick ass again, and she does in the last 5 minutes. Sam Loomis, he's good in this one, and there's a lot of stupid decisions they made in this one, where the reveal of Laurie being Michael's sister was just like that. There's no Darth Vader moment. Like, I agree with Cody Leach's opinion, like, that should have been a I am your father moment, and it totally wasn't. I love the gore in this movie. All the deaths were awesome. My favorite's the hot tub death scene. That was an amazing death. One of my favorite deaths in the series. And the movie has a great awareness to it. The Michael Myers aspect, the Sam Loomis aspect. But the ending is totally bullshit, and it's ruined in all the other films like Halloween 4. The ending, this is where the series should have ended with the Michael Myers and the Sam Loomis characters. But it's pretty stupid how they lived. Other than that, Halloween 2, not great, just okay good. Coming in at number 4 is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. This is an awesome movie. Halloween 3, these last 4 movies are good movies. It's absolutely insane, absolutely ridiculous, but I loved it, man. What an original film this was. Tommy Lee Wallace directed this movie, the director of the original It miniseries, and this movie was really underrated and awesome. I loved all the villainous and the death aspects of this film. And the villain character in this movie is so over the top, but I really love him. Such an underrated villain. The weakest part is the characters. The doctor character and the girl. I don't care the names. They have a forced romance in this movie that is completely... Why do you need to do forced romances? This doctor's like 60 or 50, and she's like 20 or 30. Come on now. This Irish toy maker wants to create mass and kill a bunch of kids on Halloween night. In this commercial, a lot of people think it's annoying, but I love it. It's so weird, but I love it. The villain wins at the end. It's completely shocking, but I loved it. They should have made more of these. You know why? Because it tanked heavily at the box office. That's why. People are like, no, we want Michael Myers back. Come on. Coming in at number 3 is Halloween H2O, the sequel that took place 20 years after the original. Jamie Lee Curtis is the best thing about it. All the different things they brought to it. The California aspect of it. The deaths were awesome. The fight scenes. The final showdown with Laurie and Michael was what we all came to see. And it lived up to the hype. The fight scene was intense, the score was intense, and the ending was so amazing, and it's ruined with Halloween Resurrection. That was an amazing ending, and you ruined it. You ruined it! Chris Duran plays Michael Myers. A lot of people hate on him. I thought he was an okay Michael Myers, enjoyable, but I hate the masks. The masks were atrocious. I love what Drum Dum said about it. The masks are... There's 4 different masks in this movie? What the hell? Why do you need 4? Just do 1. Coming in at number 2 is the newly released Halloween 2018. I just saw this movie last night. My review is on my channel. Go check it out. I love this film. What a great return to the franchise this was. The best Halloween film I've seen since the original. It lives up to the John Carpenter name of being that close to just as good. Jamie Lee Curtis, they brought her back in the greatest way possible. She was the best part of it. Michael Myers is the scariest he's ever been since the original. All the kills were gory as hell. The Danny McBride and David Gordon Green script were great. Direction was great. Everything about the film was great. I had some issues with it. Some of the characters could have been better. And the script choices with some characters were pretty stupid. Other than that, I loved it. Go check out my review for my full thoughts. And my number 1, of course you guys know what it is. Halloween 1978. This will never be topped. This is a classic. John Carpenter's classic is one of the best horror movies. One of the best slashers ever made. John Carpenter, what he had to do to make this movie for nothing. It's a $300,000 budget. That is absolutely insane to believe. And Jamie Lee Curtis had to buy all the costumes and the makeups and all that. This movie was made for nothing, and it's considered one of the greatest classics and blockbusters ever made. All the characters, except for Laurie Strode, aren't that likable, but Laurie Strode is such an iconic character that it works. Michael Myers as a character works. A William Shatner mask for $2 at Walmart is one of the most iconic characters, and this movie is one of the most iconic movies. Nothing will top John Carpenter's classic. Nothing. Nothing else needs to be said. There you have it, guys. That was my ranking for all 11 Halloween movies. What is your guys' rankings? Do you agree with my list? Don't agree? Let me know your list down below. Thank you guys, as always, for watching this ranking. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe today for more content. All my social media links are in the description down below. Click that notification bell on your way out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!